We may not have a great big convoy, but we have one heck of a big rig. Presenting the Beast Wheeler Zord. Although, frankly, I think they should call it a Beast Hauler Zord. Oh well. Now, the only true flaw with this one is, as you can see, the grill is pulling away from the main body. Now, you can hold it there and it'll stick temporarily, but yeah, you may have to push the peg out of the hinge and maybe use a heat gun and adjust the plastic, but then you risk melting it. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much, although Hasbro, make a note of that for future reference. So yeah, we have a big blue big rig. I keep saying big. And it actually does hold cargo. If I go back here, you'll see the head of the gorilla, which is wedged up into the back, and the bottom part of the head is wedged on this little lip. That's important. That's how you keep it in place when it's in big rig mode. Some of the other YouTubers were having trouble with it. This is just to let them know this is what you're supposed to do. So yeah, you got technically 3 transformations, although one's not much. You just add the head. So let's get to it. First, you take the stubborn grill bit, fold it down underneath. Use your fingernail, if you have them, to fold out this little peg. Pull the gorilla head out. As you can see, its helmet has covered the face, or covered the eyes. That's supposed to be like that for now. And then you just stick it on there. And this is the big rig with the mini or beast bot and the pilot in place. Let's get to transformation, and oh boy, you got a lot of parts forming. I know, you hate parts forming. I do too, but you gotta work with me on this. So first, you take the cab off. Yeah, it doesn't stay up like a normal cab. You then split the main part of the cab off of the back and set that aside. Now let's start with the back part. Okay. Yeah. This bit of kibble falls off, but don't worry. That's supposed to happen. You... Come on! Oh, work with me. Work. Okay, there we go. Man, these are tight. Not going to make a joke about what I just said. Anyway, you fold the wheels on the 2 halves down, like so. Then you unfold these little leg bits so they're like this. And then you plug the legs into the feet, like so, making sure this Zord set of pecs and 6-pack is facing forward. Oh, yeah. Technically, these are supposed to come off, so don't worry. But for now, let's leave them on, if I could put them back into place. Okay, so yeah. You take this, you fold these parts out, you leave this part alone, man, that thing's slippery. You take the head off, and now that that's clear, you take these bits completely off and switch them around. Now technically you don't have to, but this is the proper configuration for the main chest piece. At which point you carefully but firmly press it into the main body. So there we go, here. I got where the head's supposed to be, the main body, the feet. It's standing because it's normal. At which point you take the head, you pull up the helmet slightly to reveal the eyes. You stick the head in place on the peg that was there. Here's looking at you, ape. And then, time to work on this part. You fold these parts here, cover up the Beast Morpher emblem. You fold out the hands over here. You split it out. You unfold these pegs. You make sure the missile launchers are facing forward. Then you carefully stick them in the appropriate joints. You move the arms a little forward a bit. You rotate the hands a little bit. You sort of position them how you want them. And I have no idea how much of that was on camera. I just hoped that there'd be some of it on camera, and there you go. You have the Gorilla Zord. And I know it looks like a warrior mode. He's supposed to be crouching more. The Japanese version definitely is a croucher, but it's also a big brick. This has a little more articulation, at least in the arms, and he's actually not too bad. He basically looks like an ape rearing up on his hind legs. And if I'll zoom in, he has got a fair amount of detail here. He looks really good. Overall, I think Hasbro did an okay job with him. A couple minor inconveniences notwithstanding. So that's it for the Gorilla Zord. Coming up next, we bring them together. Stay tuned.